Thanks for joining us for the 1988 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic from the Capalaba Lanes. I'm your host, Chris Bombolas. Your commentators will be Steve Mackey and Dana Miller. And it's a ladies' second-round match between Barbara Richmond from Queensland and Ruth Guerster from Victoria. Ruth Guerster up after winning a very tight match by 8 pins in the first round. First frame for her. That was a good result for Ruth Guerster. We'll have a look in the replay here. She dropped the ball just a little, Dana.
Yes, she did. She dropped it, she set it short, and again she went high on the left lane. In her first match, she kept doing that. So let's see if she makes the adjustment. Ruth also is a fantastic spare shooter.
Yes, you don't get to win 50 titles without winning, without sparing a whole lot of single pins, and like that one there, to open her account in this second round match. No risk about that one.
She doesn't try to do anything fancy on her spare. She just goes direct right at him.
Barbara Richmond now from Queensland. Let's see what she can do. Barbara Richmond, of course, a very experienced campaigner, the 87 Adelaide Cup winner, the Sunshine Good Elf winner, the Victorian 150, the Trish Datson in 87, and the Queensland state team member for 9 years and Australian representative in 1986. Looking for a spare. And safely gets that, so both bowlers starting with a spare. Yes, and she'll get plenty of support up here because she doesn't live too far from Capalaba Bowl. She lives at Tygum. That's the spare in the first frame for Barbara Richmond. Yes, we're in the Capalaba Bowling Centre in the Redland Shire. The local council here has given a lot of support this particular tournament. They've put up signs all the way down the street. So a 7 there for Barbara Richmond to go with the spare. A little bit disappointed with that, Steve.
Here you'll see her follow through strongly. The ball just doesn't quite make it up. Barbara's a very aggressive player, and she bowls aggressively, and I think that's to her credit. If you're going to go down, you should go down fighting. That's for sure. And in a one-game match, there's no place for the faint-hearted. You've got to attack from the outset. That's a spare for her in the second frame. 17 plays a potential of 20 if Ruth Guerster can get a strike this time round. She's got nice rotation, you see, on her ball, and revolutions pick up heavily right before the spare. And Ruth Guerster, of course, the 1988 New South Wales Open winner, the Vic 150, and in 87, the Australian Open winner. And a picture of concentration at the moment. Oh, boy, what a ball that was. Exactly what the doctor ordered after a spare. You'll see here on the replay that she gets through it, the ball makes a move back and blows the 5 across the deck. Nice ball. Here it is from lane camera angle. Wow, great shot. Yes, looked like an American pro bowling that ball. Yeah, it did. So there it is, the double for Ruth Guerster. Now that is a great start for her. This is the top of the third. Let's have a look at it again. She sets this one short, Chris, and pulls it. She gets a lucky break there. I do believe that the person that stays clean, 9 spare strike occasionally, will win. It's Barbara Richmond's reply off a spare. She dragged that one just a little bit high, and it starts jumping now. It looked pretty good just then, but goes through the nose. Left only the 6 and the 10 pins to go for. She'll be moving pretty much way left on the approach here. Seems to have straightened that ball out just a fraction, and well covered. So a safe spare there for Barbara Richmond. And at the bottom of the third. Nice cover. Here's the bottom of the third, about 15 pins the difference.
I'm enjoying coaching a lot more now than going out and bowling myself. because I enjoy watching somebody with a 120 average probably come up and bowl a 200 with my help. I get more of a thrill out of that now than bowling a high game myself.
Barbara Richmond now. Her opponent has 2 strikes, a double. She has a spare. Really needs a good ball this time.
Good shot.
That was a good shot. Oh, boy. You could feel the aggression in that ball when it went down the lane. Let's look at it again.
She gets through it strong. Right on target. Good knee bend. Perfect ball. Perfect ball. Watch this. Good backswing all the way through. Keeps her head down. Nice extension. Nice extension. She knows it.
Now, what can Ruth Guerster do in reply? A perfect reply from Ruth Guerster.
And still 15 pins the difference. 50 plays 35 in the second frame. But Guerster with 3 strikes working. This is the third one.
Right here. She gives the ball room to the right. The ball comes back. She knows it's got a chance. Good shot.
Pulls the string. Looking for 4 strikes.
She was lucky. Lucky to break up the split on that one.
Yes, and once again, she's gone high on lane 3. She had a Brooklyn strike there. She had 2 other hits that left the 6-pin and the 6-10. So she still hasn't quite worked out the odd-numbered lane 3 here at Capalaba.
The lanes here have been characteristically tough, and Ruth has hung right in there with her style and her ability to cover spares, which in a difficult house is very good.
Safely gets the spare.
Yes, talking about covering spares. She only just made that one, as we shall see now. Oh, boy. Back with Richmond, looking for a double to close the lead to about 20.
Barb knew she set it short on that. She was hoping for a break. She did get a breakup of a split right here. She sets it short, tries to extend through it. She's saying hurry, and she's out of trouble.
Yes, when you say she set it short, she put it too close to the foul line rather than throwing it out.
Yes, too close to the foul line. Oh.
Costly mistake there for Barbara. She really needed a spare then.
Right here, the ball's just not grabbing. You see it rotating but sliding to the right side of the pin. It never makes a move.
And it was so close, we saw the shadow of the ball on that pin. Another coat of paint perhaps on the pin, and would have got the spare.
Nice shot, nice shot. You know, it's great right here. She gets through it aggressively. The 5-pin just blows the 7 out. Good shot by Barb. Good knee bend, good follow through. Good shot. Sometimes it's very hard to come back from a miss.
It's Ruth Guerster coming off a spare, and he picks up 6.
31 pins the difference, though, even though she's left this lot of 4, and you can see the ball there hitting some oil and just sliding way past the 1 pin, and she's left pin numbers 1, 2, 4, and 8, and that won't be an easy spare. She'll be trying to hit to the left of the front pin.
Doesn't get the spare, takes down another 3. So after 5 frames, Ruth Guerster has a 31-pin lead over Barbara Richmond.
The prize money donated by Coca-Cola in the ladies' competition this year has been increased to $3,000 for first prize, $1,500 for second, $1,000 for third, and $800 for fourth place.
Ruth Guerster now. She's up by 31 pins. and looking really now to try and shut out Barbara Richmond from Queensland.
Well, the lead actually only 20 now because she opened that frame. It was 31 in the 5th, but she opened that 6th frame.
Good shot by Ruth. Nice shot there by Ruth. Last 2 times she's been high on this lane. Right here, you'll see she trusts it. She gets through it. The ball's trying to make a move. It does. She's pleased with it.
She certainly is pleased with it. Oh, good release there by Guerster. We see that so often on these sort of lane conditions.
Right here, she just looks like...
slid.
Tough split, this one.
Well, she's going to have to go for it. She can't afford to open another frame.
Only takes out 2. So all the work ahead now for Barb Richmond. She really needs some strikes and a few in a row.
Right here, you'll see on the replay, the ball just never makes it far enough over to kick out the 10. She needs this one. It's a good shot.
Dana speaking from experience. It's a tough split. What would you do here?
Well, you want to go very light on the 3-pin. Between the 3 and 6. Hit the 3-pin very light, driving the ball back into the 6-10 and hoping it'll slide over into the 7. I think Barb just lost her concentration from her last frame, and thus she has this difficult conversion.
Valiant effort, but not good enough. So now it's Ruth Guerster. She's coming off a strike.
Boy, it's tough to go back to the bench when you've opened a couple of frames and your opponent's already in front of you. It's lots of things running through Barbara Richmond's mind now, and only one thing through Ruth Guerster's, a strike.
It's a good shot.
Exactly right. You've been looking at that crystal ball, Steve. A perfect shot.
Look at that face. Oh, she kept her head all the way through the approach there. She kept it down. Knew that it was a chance to get a strike. She's moved inside just a little bit.
Yes, she has, which I think is a wise move. She's moved away from the outer edges, away from the patchy areas, and inside where she can get a consistent ball reaction. Again, a good shot.
Well, it was a good shot all the same.
Right here, you'll see the ball rolling up. Perfect. It just deflected. When you leave a split like that for the right-handers, that's an 8-10 split. The ball deflects, which means it kicks off to the right. And you either need to move back on the approach to give a little more direct angle into the pocket.
Good comments from the former US Open winner, Dana Miller.
She hasn't taken any that time. The call from the crowd was take 1. She's missed that opportunity.
A footballer's goal.
See what Barb Richmond can do. Still that elusive strike. Not coming.
No, she's a long way behind. In fact, she would have had to go all the way there to shoot a 180 game. So, unfortunately for the Queensland champion, Ruth Guerster, the Victorian, will go on and win this match. Barbara would like to make a good account of herself and close out with a spare here and maybe a turkey in the 10th frame. That will give her a game of 170.
So despite the spare there by Barbara Richmond, Ruth Guerster cruising in the 1988 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. It's the 10th frame here, and it's Barbara Richmond. This is purely for the statistics at the moment.
Yes, the Brisbane lady is going to finish in 7th place in the women's final. And I've always been wanting to ask someone, how does that happen? That was a good hit in the Brooklyn side. And what happens to these pins? Oh.
Well, the 6 hits the sidewall and just never comes back into the 10. As you watch it, you can't see it here on this replay. Barb's just trying to stay close, just finish up the match, get the experience of bowling on the television, and continue on with her career.
Yes, well, she's going to have a big career in 1989. She's going to be chasing the South Pacific Classic, Australia's richest bowling tournament, $62,000 in prizes coming up next year. And, of course, she'll be chasing the Queensland Ladies Circuit tournaments around the Brisbane and South Queensland area. But good experience for her, as Dana said, and she'll finish with a score here of 157. Ruth Guerster's had 5 strikes so far this game, and a couple of beauties in there too. Let's see if she can go out with 3 more strikes here. She'll shoot a game in the 200s.
It's a good shot. She seems much more lined in this game than she was her first match. I think she's starting to get accustomed to the lane conditions. You'll see right here on the instant replay. Keeps her head down. Perfect shot. You see no deflection on the ball that time.
Yes, I wouldn't like to be her opponent in the next match. Who is that? Oh, it's young Shelley Devine. It'll be a tough test for her.
Nope, she knew that. Again, setting the ball short near the foul line. She's not too worried about it in that she has this game locked up.
Yes, you can see what Dana said there, setting it just, probably just a couple of inches past the foul line.
Good game by Ruth.
Yes, a score of 197, a win by 40 pins over the Queensland champion, Barbara Richmond.
So, unfortunately, Barbara Richmond bows out. She takes home $150 compliments of Coca-Cola. Ruth Guerster is the winner. She plays Shelley Devine, the 5th seed, in Game 3 of the ladies section of the Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. Our next match for telecast is men's Game 4. That features Barry McFarlane from Brisbane and Rob Zickman from Victoria. On behalf of the Wide World of Sports team, this is Chris Bombolas bidding you farewell from the